Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, and I'm bringing you my final video of 2022. I do apologise for my recent sort of absence. I know that I haven't really been uploading too much on the sort of Christmas time. Normally I tend to dip on Tapped Out during Halloween and Christmas. It's always something that happens. Normally it's because I'm very, very busy during those kind of months, the sort of the latter half of the year, and so I don't really have as much time for YouTube, and that's kind of been the case this year as well. But there's always these videos that I like to do, and of course my sort of video that I always like to close the year off is kind of going through the best and worst of the year. And so we basically go through every single update. It's a timeline, I suppose, of this came out this year, and I kind of talk about it briefly and answer whether or not I think the updates were good or bad. So, yeah, it's a fun little series I like to do. I've done it every year for quite a while now. So, yeah, let me know if you disagree with any of my decisions, and then we'll get into it. But let's start it off with the first update of this year, which was Red Alert. So, Red Alert. I kind of appreciate the premise of this, doing an update, kind of like a bunker, nuclear holocaust kind of update. I don't know, I think there's something there for sure. And in terms of like its placement of the year, was it like that great? I mean, not really. It didn't feel like a New Year update anyway, but I don't know, there definitely was some interesting. The theme itself was interesting. Now, if we look at some of the items, we'll first just quickly look at the prize track. We've got the General, who I didn't like, the Withstandinator, which I didn't like, the Springfield Sculpture Garden. I think it's pretty cool, to be fair. Homer's Bomb Shelters, meh, but whatever. But I think it kind of shouldn't take a whole place in the prize trap, but it is cool for what it is. And the Missile Bunker, I think I like that one for the most part. And then in terms of the premiums, you've got Joe with obviously that really, really cool building that he comes with, the Sergeant Fugs Mountaintop Command Post, and Radioactive Homer, who honestly, let's be honest, let's be real, was absolute crap. So, what do I think of Red Alert? Well, Red Alert is getting a fat thumbs down. Terrible update. Did not like it whatsoever. Worst mini update of the year. I think I said that right. Did I say this was the worst one of the year? I don't even remember. It's been so long. But yeah, definitely wasn't a very good update. Pretty poor. So yeah. Circus de Springfield, the circus update. What a forgettable update. I already forgot about this one. Honestly, it was so dull. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious my feelings on this one already. It's another thumbs down, sadly, because I don't know, it just didn't pop. And I think there was so much good stuff, like cool characters, that really could have brought this update to life a little bit more. Focusing a lot more on the different clowns from that one, the Scuzzo episode. Looking at Eddie Muntz as well would have been a great character, because he was, like a freak show act. There was just some like really, really cool stuff that they could have added, characters they could have added. Yeah, but let's go through it all. Let's first of all, I think for major updates, we'll just look at like characters individually. So we got characters. Marguerite. Boring, awful. Cirque de Pure, Ringmaster, actually not such a bad character, pretty cool. Burnsome, boring, forgettable. Ding-a-ling Master is okay. The Human Donkey, boring, forgettable. Bearded Lady, bit crap. Scuzzo the Clown was pretty good. Mr. McGreg, honestly, probably one of the best super premiums of the year. Very, very interesting and cool character. So you got like one, which is good, which is super premium, and then two others, which I think are fairly solid. Two mez, I guess. Yeah, and then the Scuzzo the Clown was in a pretty decent costume. Quite like that one. Building-wise, you have the Wagon, don't care for. Ding-a-ling, Front Office, don't care for. Hall of Mirrors, I think, is pretty cool. Ignore Cabin of the Honeymoon Mountain. We'll get onto that in a minute. Circus, Cotton Candy Stand, very cool. Burnsome and Bailey Circus. Sorry, no, the Cotton Candy Stand, not cool. Awful. Sorry, I don't know what I'm on about. The Burnsome Bailey Circus is fine. I mean, all the premium ones are fine, to be honest. But yeah, not great. And then decoration-wise, there definitely was some cool decorations in here for sure, but nothing to get too excited about. Yeah, just overall, very forgettable, very boring. Did not care about the circus update, so big thumbs down. Briefly, we're going to just talk about part, 3 of the season 33 prize track. It's always weird, and I don't ever know where to sort of put these because they're obviously in different parts, but it is just one simple prize track. But the cabins of the Honeymoon Mountain, yeah, I liked it. It was a fine enough building, nothing crazy. I guess this is my first thumbs up because there's nothing to get mad about. It's a free building which sort of ties into the, the episode. So yeah, I mean, this one does get a thumbs up, I guess. Hot diggity dough. Okay, so this is a fun update. Just the theme on its own is just so cool. Having an entire update based around like hot dogs, it's so silly, but I love it. I absolutely adore it. I think concept-wise, it was just cool. But what about in terms of the actual items? So first of all, looking at the prize track, hot dog cart. Little crappy, makes sense to add, I suppose, but whatever. Jehovah Schnitzel, that one pops, love that building. Dr. Hot Dog, little bit of a meh character. I honestly think Sergeant Sausage probably should have been the free character, and make Dr. Hot Dog the super premium because I think he's like that obscure kind of, because he's like a hallucination anyway of Dr. whatever his name is, that guy. So yeah, I don't know, just sort of make Dr. Hot Dog the super premium. I think it would have been better. If they did that, I think this update would be even better. The Acme Grease Co. truck is fine, and the Meatball Factory, a little bit of a dullish building, but not a bad building by any measure. And then in terms of characters, we've got, first of all, premium stuff. We've got Deuce, obviously he comes with the Grease Factory, and I honestly don't like either item, sadly. Deuce himself, I think, was a bit mediocre. He doesn't have any sort of task with his actual, the caboose, the Badooce, whatever it's called, the hot dog place that he runs. Doesn't have any task there, doesn't have any animations involving that. His animations feel a bit random, and the building, the Grease Factory, is just so scaled wrong. It should be much, much bigger. It's so downsized, and it looks stupid compared to the Acme truck. I think the Acme truck is like scaled right, but this building's scaled wrong. And then Sergeant Sausage, I think I said Mr. McGregor is the best super premium. I take that back. Sergeant Sausage, I think, was probably the best super premium of the year. Very, very awesome character. A great quest line, great tasks, great animations, just all around amazing. I just really wish he wasn't super premium, and then he might even be like best character of the year. But yeah, overall, definitely not a perfect update. A lot of flaws in it. I think the premium Deuce with the Grease Factory was a massive letdown, and there could have been a bit more interesting stuff in the quest line and in the prize track. But if I had to give it a rating, I think I would go for the thumbs up. So this is the first proper update that's got a thumbs up. Shattered Dreams Mystery Box. Massive thumbs up. I love it all around. Such a great idea. Could there be like better ways to get the tokens? Obviously, you can earn them through daily tasks, but that doesn't actually happen too often. I think if they just made the daily task thing a little bit more often, so you could earn them more often, I don't know, I think that might make it a little bit better. But yeah, to get like a load of tokens, you have to pay money, but it's it's cool that they added it. My only complaint is I wish they wouldn't have stuff that's in the yearbook be inside the Shattered Mystery Box, because I just think that then it would make it a little bit better for players who don't have a lot of stuff, because it's the stuff in the Shattered Mystery Box would all be all new stuff, so stuff that they can't get from the yearbook. But yeah, overall, big thumbs up for this one. It's great to add more mystery boxes into the game. Hell on Wheels. Oh man, this one's a tricky one because I love the theme. It's a great theme. And there's definitely some awesome stuff that was added in this one. You've got, let's go through characters. So Billy, I think actually was pretty solid. Mrs. Pennyfeather, very crappy character. Didn't really make sense in this update. It was tied in so loosely. And then that's the only two free characters from from this update, which is a bit disappointing. Cliff, very, very cool. Crazy Vaclav, very, very cool. Antonian Zora, honestly, don't care for. And No Helmet Debris, I think he's okay. Yeah, And then the fancy Duffman costume was fine. And then buildings, there was a lot of really nice buildings in here. Honestly, I think every single one of them I like to some extent. Yeah, I don't think there's actually one I disliked at all, to be honest. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. I take that back. The Springfield Demolition Derby, that was the only one I didn't like, because A, it's a repeat, and B, it probably shouldn't be a building, or there should be a bit more to it, you know, like the stands or something. Add a bit more to that building. Yeah, but all the others I think I quite like, to be honest. They're all very nice buildings. Even like the physical therapy, which is, it's fine. That one's okay. Yeah, decoration-wise, lots of cool cars. Could have been more cars in this update for sure. Considering we've got a car update, you'd think that they would add us a load of cars, but we didn't actually get that many. There was just all those ones in the guild deal. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a good update. Yeah, I think this one gets a thumbs up. I definitely think there could have been some improvements, but yeah, I'm giving it the thumbs up. There we go. So real quick, Miss Peyton for part 4 of the prize track. Yeah, cool. Considering she was going to be like a mainstay character, it was very awesome that they added her in the prize track. I think it was a neat way to add her in, and also to sort of welcome her to both the game and the show. Maybe they could have waited just so there's like a little bit more to the character. I think I've heard like that as an argument. We're gonna be basing this tapped out character off one appearance, her first appearance in the show, whereas like a lot of like Mrs. Krabappel as an example, obviously had like loads of episodes which based her sort of tapped out character. But yeah, I mean, either way, I think it's a pretty cool one, so I'm happy enough. Then finally, part 5, the golden something or other Golden Exits Retirement Farm. This is the only one which I think I might actually say thumbs down, because on its own it's not offensive, and on its own it's a fine enough building, but it's a little disappointing for the thing to end the prize track with is, a pretty mediocre building. I mean, it's fine, but it's not like anything that amazing. We've got similar things in the past, and then looking at the episode, this building really isn't that relevant to the episode, I felt. So I don't know, like all the others, like you got to think like we had the woman at the start, what's her name? The stage play woman, I forget her name, that one, she was very relevant to that episode. Part 2, you had the Parasite House, very relevant to that Treehouse of Horror episode. Part 4, you had the cabins, honeymoon thing, very relevant to that episode. And Miss Peyton, very relevant to that episode. This one, though, I don't know, it just wasn't that relevant to the episode, and I just think it's a bit of a crappy thing to end the prize track with, so I think I might just give this one a thumbs down, but maybe that's just me not wanting to give a thumbs up to every single part of the prize track. When the bow breaks. So I don't even need to like really talk about this one too much, because it's going to be obvious. This is the best mini update of the year by far. It's just a great update. I think some people don't. I haven't seen much love for it, but yeah, I just think it's very, very solid. 2 amazing decorations in the prize track, both the parks. You have Hudson's house, which is a very cool building, and the jogging strollery. I mean, it's a very standard town building, but nothing bad whatsoever. Courtney is a pretty solid character, and then premium-wise, you got Hudson, very cool character, love both his animations. Could have been with one independent animation, but whatever. And the building he comes with it's just fine. And the super premium thing was really awesome too, because it was Big Baby Barney, but he actually came with Lullaby. It ties into the sort of theme of that we're going for here, and he's a pretty cool costume and a very, very nice looking building. So overall, update, massive, huge, big thumbs up. Best mini update of the year. So yeah. Dog days. Another great little themed update for sure. I think doing a sort of dog update is such a cool idea. And yeah, let's get into it. So character wise, we've got a lot of cool ones. Crazy Dog Man and Danger Dog were the 2 free ones. Both pretty solid. I mean, Danger Dog, I don't know. To me, Danger Dog's inclusion was a little iffy, because it's like a dog update, and obviously he is a dog, but he's like a fictional dog. So part of me kind of wanted like more of like the town members' dogs, kind of similar to like the car update. I wanted more dogs in this dog update, but not like that type of dog. Danger Dog's like the only playable dog character we get, but he's, I don't know, to me it's just a bit I don't know if that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. I kind of want like a real dog, even though these are all fictional characters. But, you know, like someone real in the world of Springfield. Crazy Dog Man was very cool, though. Then, the premium characters, all of them were very solid. Emily Winthrop, Elaine Wolf. Elaine Wolf was maybe a little meh, but she wasn't bad. Les Moore was very good. Lionel Budgie, honestly, I don't know where he came from. That was a really, really cool character. Very awesome animations. And then McGriff the Crime Dog. Little meh, but not bad. Oh, he's another playable dog, actually, I guess. But again, same thing. He's a mascot. Then we've got the Dog-Proof Wiggum, which is fine. And then Laddie and Rosa Barks. So Rosa Barks, I think, was very, very cool to add. Makes sense. Makes sense for her to be an NPC because she's a minor character. Laddie, though, I don't know. I think Laddie deserved tasks. I think Laddie got done dirty, to be honest. Yeah, that's how I feel anyway. And then building-wise, I mean, there are so many. This update went crazy with the buildings, and also quite crazy with the decorations as well. I don't want to go through all of them, but honestly, for the most part, overall, a lot of them are very standard town buildings, but that's okay because they all look pretty solid. The premium ones, you have like Emily Winthrop's Canine College, the Dog Initiative Therapy Institute, the No Kill Kennel, and the Lionel Budgie's DVM. All of those are pretty nice as well. Even like the Pets Fair stage. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, it's probably like one of the worst buildings, but on its own, it looks fine. It just shouldn't be a building, to be honest. Yeah. A little disappointed with the Animal Police Academy, though. Decoration-wise, there was just like loads of really, really cool stuff as well. A little bit lighter on the decorations because a lot of those were from that Gills deal with the Pet Fair stage. But they obviously had the Fit Dog Heaven, Fit Dog Hell combo, which I actually really liked. And then that's about it, really, yeah. Overall, very solid. I think I'll give it a thumbs up, too. Definitely wasn't perfect. Could have been some improvements. The structure was a little off here and there as well. Obviously Act 4 didn't give us any character, which was a little disappointing, or any costume either, but not a terrible update by any measure. I just think structure wise we probably should have had some more characters in there, and then that would have made it a bit better. Little too light on playable characters is basically what it is, obviously. But also Act 1 doesn't have a playable character in it as Laddie, but if they made Laddie playable, then that would have made up for it. So nothing too kind of bad, but yeah, I don't know. For me, it's still a thumbs up though. Just not a very strong one. Splash and burn. Okay, so summer update. Theme wise, I like the idea. Okay, I'm all for it. But let's go into it and see if it is good or bad. So let's start off with the prize track. Swimsuit Homer, crap. Quiet Rivers bundle, really like that. Thumbs up, all of them look amazing. The Wave Walker should have been a building. I'm very disappointed that they made them decorations. It's not a huge deal. Well, I don't know. It is a huge deal and it isn't, I guess, because for me it's not a massive deal, but for other players I can kind of see it, because, you know, cash can be important, especially early on in the game. Devil's Deluge is fine again, same thing. It probably should be a building. H2O is a building, but it's actually scaled kind of crappy. I don't like it how it's scaled. It's just scaled way too small, and was not really that big of a fan of it. And for the final building, it should be something, you know, grandiose. It should look cool. Paul Flart, crap character, terrible, hated it. But the building he comes with, oh, amazing. That building is just joy. Just joy. Mount Splashmore Slide. I love that one. And then decoration-wise, I mean, we've already basically talked of it, but there's one more, and that's the Void, which of course comes with the swimsuit Brockman. The Void, again, for what it is, should be a building, but it should be a building extra because it's super premium, like it really should be. And the Kent Brockman swimsuit costume, crap, pure crap. So this update has some good stuff in it for sure. There is a lot of cool stuff, but for me, I have to give this one a thumbs down. It's close, but I just think overall it was a little disappointing. Showbiz Showdown. What a mess of an update. So this tries to be three things at once. Tries to be a Marvel parody event, a Star Wars parody event, and also, you know, the crusty Dune movie that he makes. It tries to be like all three at once, and it just doesn't work. They really should have stuck with one theme, and I think the Marvel stuff could have worked. Add stuff from like other superhero episodes. Like there's like a retirement home for Spider-Man actors. Just rename that building. There you go. You got one there. You've got the movie top building I talked about once as well. Like there's so many like things you could tie together, and you know, when you have like something that doesn't have very many buildings available at the ready and you've got to pull from other sources, that doesn't necessarily mean the update's going to be bad. I think there are a lot of good updates that have done that. I think Into the Simpsons verse did that quite well, to be fair. Character-wise, let's have a look. So we've got half of them I can't pronounce. Black Voodoo is fine. Magnesium Man was fine. Polystar Executive, crap. Airshot, so crap. That one. She was actually not too bad. It was okay. Moby Man was very good, actually. I really enjoyed Moby Man. I do think he was the highlight. Then Chinos has a really cool look to him, but honestly, character was quite crap. I actually did not like him at all. And then the last one, the Super Premium, yeah, I don't know, she has one very cool animation, but that was about it. So yeah, not great. And then building wise, they was just lacking. It was just such a lacking in terms of buildings. The only two free buildings we get is Stage 4, which should have been bigger because there was like multiple stages in that sort of, you know, that episode in the Cosmic War Ranch. And the film director's trailer I just don't care for. Polystar Pictures, Cosmic Wars Ranch, and the Ginormous Pictures and the Vindicator's Base, those are all cool buildings. The Vindicator's Base is very nice, actually. The Cosmic Wars Ranch I think is my least favourite out of the premium buildings, but it's still pretty good. And then, like, decoration-wise, a lot of them were just kind of crap, you know? It was just, like, stuff that could have had more to it, like the movie, like, taking an entire place in the prize track, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even turn on when you tap it. Like, that for example. I mean, there's some cool stuff in there. The Robot Walker is pretty nice. I really like the Sands of Space Crystal Monument. That one looks okay. The Tundra Hopper's okay as well, but, like, I don't know. Like, a lot of it just didn't fit in anyway. It was all such a messy update. Just did not like it, and that fractured moon was the worst thing. What was that? That was such crap, and it was premium as well, so it's even worse. Yeah, if it doesn't surprise you, my opinion on this update is pretty low. I think this update was very bad. I was surprised because so many people were so hyped about it, but I kind of saw through it all, and yeah, I think this update was utter crap. So massive, big old thumbs down. Real quick, 10th anniversary, I liked, alright? It was a cool little neat thing. It was late. I mean, they should have acknowledged it a bit earlier, but I'm glad that they at least acknowledged it. Very nice little statue to have. I just think, like, the donut mech, which they added during Black Friday, probably should have been the thing we got instead. Or alternatively, we get this for free and the donut mech is like in the store as super premium. I don't know. I think that would have been a bit better, but yeah, I like the 10th anniversary statue. It's pretty cool. It was nice to give a load of free donuts, and we got a cool little statue and some, you know, skins for it too. So that was very nice. So that one's a thumbs up if you didn't guess. Tragic Magic. Okay, this one was very nice. I like this update a lot. Okay. Spoiler alert, there's a big thumbs up for this one. So yeah, a magic update, very nice. We've had, you know, similar things in the past, so it's very cool to get, you know, a little updated version of it, and you can bring a lot of old stuff back. So yeah, this one was such a cool update. Looking at the prize track, the Great Simcina, great. The Tarot Table, probably wouldn't like this, but it comes with an animation later on, so I actually think this one's pretty good. Magic Shop, little dull, but an okay building. Mesmerino, very cool. And then the Fortune Teller Machine, probably the only thing I think could have had like a little bit more to it. All I'm saying is they probably should have had like a little dialogue box when you tap it, so it gives you like a little fake fortune. I think that would have just elevated it a tiny little bit and justified it a bit more in the prize track for me. But not bad. So very solid prize track. A character and a costume in it, very awesome. And then character-wise, you got Princess Opal, really great character. Honestly, stood out quite a lot and surprised me because she seemed kind of boring, but actually they did like a really cool, you know, quest line, and our animations were pretty neat too. And the building she comes with is just a standard town building, but nothing to hate. And Diablo, I think, was a little mediocre, but not bad. Just a bit mediocre. So this update for me, it's a thumbs up. Of course it is. Second best mini update of the year as well. Treehouse Horror XXXXXXXXX. Okay, so this update, it's such a tricky one. This one I think is gonna be the hardest one because there's a lot of stuff I love in this update for sure, but then there's a lot of stuff I really don't like that much. So let's first of all talk about characters. So we've got Mopey Mary, who I think was okay. Father Ben, I actually think was okay. Sideshow Chicken, very forgettable, didn't care for. Headless Horseman, didn't like too much. Edgar Allan Poe was meh. H.P. Lovecraft was a bit meh. Mad Dr. Itchy was kind of bad, and Frank and Scratchy was very bad. And then in terms of buildings, we've got the Columbus Day HQ I like, Spine Shells I like, Spook House I like, Crate and Burial I like, Luxury Crypt I don't, Abandoned Lighthouse I do like, Costume Shop was okay, I guess. House of Ushers, very nice. Fogbury Port, didn't like. And Mad Dr. Itchy's Castle was okay. Decorations, there's some hit and misses. But this one obviously had a lot of facades, which a lot of them were pretty neat. So, yeah, what do I think? Okay, I think there's more good in this update than bad, for me personally. And so, it's real tricky, but I think ever so slightly, I'm just about to give a thumbs up, but it's a hesitant one, okay? It's like, it's shaking to go down to a thumbs down, but I think if I had to say good or bad, definitely I think I would lean more towards good. It's very much a mediocre update though, so it's the most difficult one I think to judge, for sure. The Atom Smasher, did not like this one at all. Obviously, I'm separating Black Friday and Thanksgiving, but this one was just a bit crappy. I mean, there's definitely some cool stuff in here, but I think the characters let this update down so much. The Choke Cam, I like. Tech Side of Football Academy, I like. And the Sports Wardy Center, I like. Those are three very awesome things. The car is a bit meh, and Caitlyn was such a bad character. And then premium wise, you've got, I always forget his name, was it Grayson Mathers? What a stupid name. I didn't like the character, he was quite crappy, and the building he comes with, the Buzz Cola Dome, aka the Springfield Atom Stadium, it was scaled wrong. What is up with the scaling of this year? Man, this is meant to be a sports stadium, and it looks like it's the size of a fucking Quickie Mark. Oh god, terrible update, big thumbs down. Black Friday, this one actually, I lost my shit with this one, okay, because it offended me. Every single one offended me. So, like, price track wise, Marge's station wagon, why wasn't it in the Hell on Wheels update? Don't know. Why it doesn't have anything to it, you know, it's just the car, one little crappy task with it, quest with it, and one part quest with it, and yeah, offended me. Willie's Haggis booth, Willie doesn't even get a task in it, amazing. Awful. The Leftorium, a building I've wanted in the game for so long, and they decided to add it as a super premium in a Black Friday update, basically, you know, voiding it of any relevance to Ned, and like they literally have, the quest line doesn't even include Ned, so yeah, fuck that one. And the Donut Mech, I guess is like somehow the most expensive thing is somehow the least offensive one in the prize track, which is basically just tells you everything about it. Yeah, this Black Friday was terrible. Look, the mystery boxes are cool, don't get me wrong, the mystery boxes are always nice to get, but they're nothing new, alright? They're just the same repeated things with like a few extra stuff that we got this year added to them, and that's all they are. They're not creative. I can't give any credit for them anymore, okay? So, the mystery boxes, sure, they're always a great part of Black Friday, but this Black Friday prize track, such utter garbage. So, big, fat, massive thumbs down for this Black Friday. Hated it all. Okay. Finally, we're on to the final update of the year, which is, of course, A Christmas Peril. Now, I know technically this doesn't end until next year, but I may as well talk about it because I've pretty much already got my opinions of it. So, listen, I played through Act 3 because I didn't actually play it until very recently, literally today. So, listen, I'll be honest with you. This update is terrible, okay? This has killed my interest in Tapped Out entirely at the moment, so that's always a great one. It's such a bad Christmas update. I mean, like, again, I kind of like the theme they went for with the Christmas Carol angle, but they just don't stick to it very much. I think if they honed in on it a bit more, then it could have been maybe a bit better. But in terms of characters, McGrew is fine, Tiny Tim crap, Old Man Winter, why is that a character? I don't know, and it was kind of crap. Ghost of Christmas Present was crap. Ghost of Christmas Past, Christmas Yet to Come. That one was surprisingly a very cool character, actually, so that surprised me. Charlie I haven't seen yet, but I imagine he will be okay. Snow Day Bart was actually a very, very nice costume. I liked that one a lot. And I haven't seen Snow Day Lisa yet, but I'm sure it might be okay. And Dodgeball Skinner was okay, actually. And then buildings even. Only 2 free buildings, and then the other 4 are premium, and they're all kind of crappy in some way. Widow's Peak's pretty cool, I guess, but that's about it. Yeah, I mean, all the others are kind of just standard town buildings. Lots of facades, too many facades, I feel. A lot of them could have been budged up, I think, just to make it a little less, the update a little less sort of loose. And of course they added tokens to the prize track in this update, which is very surprising because they haven't done that in so long, and they've just randomly done it for this update. Big thumbs down for this one. Didn't like it. I don't think Act 4 is gonna change my view very much. So not a great update, unfortunately. So that closes out the year. So yeah, honestly, this year was very disappointing in terms of updates. I think there was a lot more bad there than good, and a lot of the goods were like kind of barely good. I think best, like Dog Days, Hell on Wheels were 2 very, very solid major events, and When the Bow Breaks and Tragic Magic were 2 very solid mini updates. A lot of those minor updates are hit and miss anyway, so yeah, I don't know. There wasn't a lot of very forgettable stuff this year, a lot of crap this year, but there we go. Hopefully next year won't be so bad. But anyway, this is the last video of the year for me. I hope you have enjoyed. Thanks for watching as always. Happy New Year and all that, and I'll see you next year for when I'm going to be doing my video on what they should add in Tapped Out. It might not be on the 1st though. I might be a little bit delayed because I'm very busy. But anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.